Thrones, episodio 1. Los norteños nunca olvidarán. Tyrion Lannister. Este juego episódico se adapta a las decisiones que tomes. La historia se modifica de acuerdo a cómo juegues. Durante miles de años, la casa Forrest ha sido un leal vasallo de la casa Stark. En los confines más oscuros del bosque de los lobos cosechan los extraños árboles de Ironwood. Ahora el norte ha sido destrozado por la guerra y las casas rivales buscan reclamar el Ironwood de los Forrest con el fin de controlarlo. Y el destino de la casa Forrest pende de un hilo. Hola Burger, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a saludar, ¿cómo andas?
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women.
No eres invisible, Burger.
Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know. Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it. Go on, it's only blood. Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend.
Oh, don't be an arse, Bowen.
Apologies, your lordship.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
You think he's lying?
No one never lets the truth stand in the way of a good story.
You captured the Kingslayer?
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What did I tell you?
Brought him to
Hola Loco Ninja, qué bueno que estés por aquí de
Before he
regreso.
dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. This grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
You do it.
You're his squire. It's your job, not mine.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach. House Tully is forever in his debt. You've never seen a field plowed so well.
No,
as
Neye
the
se
day the
pasó
Kingslayer
justo
dragged
antes de que
Lord
empezara el
Norrin
stream
across the
y dejó un
battle.
mensaje saludando, diciendo que no sabía cómo iba a estar su internet, entonces que por eso se pasaba a saludar a ver si podía.
Let your gun. Tonight we
Y
see-
parece que su internet le volvió a fallar porque ya no se quedó.
To Robb Stark, the king in the north.
The King
Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard.
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters!
The North remembers!
Got it.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now.
With me, my lord.
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You served me well.
To bring honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell.
Empty. Squire! Fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Can I get up to you?
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me. Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots.
Hola, hola, Caca Feliz, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a saludar, ¿cómo andas?
Let him fetch his own wine for once.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Nurin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shoveling slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming.
Who doesn't love bacon?
Ah, pig farmers. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding.
Give it time. You'll get there.
Not easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
That's right over there.
Hola, Adelaos, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a saludar, ¿cómo andas? Yo estoy bien, aquí curioseando un poquito de Game of Thrones, a ver de qué se trata el juego y qué tanto se parece a la serie y al libro.
You ought to have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walter's in a generous mood. Fucking freaks. Nice night for a wedding. Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters. Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong? Just run into you. You're acting rather odd.
Hola, Lunacel, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a curiosear, a saludar, ¿cómo andas?
Not a fucking chance. What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
LOL. Choco Crispis, loco ninja. Hola, Nikita, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a curiosear.
Good luck.
Llámate a alguien. Mecato es botana. Pues apenas está arrancando, realmente todavía no llevamos mucho, así que hay que darle tiempo. No, no voy a alcanzarlo. No.
Ready, boys! Whoa! Shoot that one!
Jesús, bienvenido al stream. Gracias por pasar de a flotar. ¿Cómo andas?
Speak up, Garrett.
The Freys. They slaughtered him, my lord.
Where's my squire? You didn't leave him, did you? What happened to him?
I had to leave him. I had no other choice.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Y me han salvado. Oh my God.
You fucking traitor! Go, my lord.
Bien,
While
aquí
there's still time.
profundizando en The Game of Thrones a través del juego de Titan Games. No.
Seven hells.
You're wounded, my lord.
I've suffered worse.
Oh.
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors. You have to go.
You're welcome to the fucking torch.
I won't leave you, my
You
lord.
can, and you will.
My lord,
By
I-
the gods, you will obey me. Tell your uncle. Tell him the North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan.
The North Grove, my lord.
It's those foresters.
On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters. With love.
No podía faltar la presentación, ¿verdad? Imposible. ¡Lol! ¡Es igualito! Ay, Alonso, ¿qué son esos comentarios? Creo que me veo como siempre. Gracias, Beca Castelli. Episodio 1, Hierro desde el hielo.
Lord. Fresh.
Es un juego de Telltale Game, es más como tipo de historia con opciones de modificar ciertas cosas, ¿no? Es más o menos como The Walking Dead, solo que de Game of Thrones.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father,
I said move on.
I'm going to kill you.
Is that so? You can try if you like.
La mecánica, como te digo, simplemente escoges ciertas acciones y hay ciertos movimientos que puedes hacer, ¿no? Pero el movimiento no es tan libre como en otros juegos, Alonso.
Is the new warden of the north. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that. I'll have that sword, boy.
Come get it, you bastard.
Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic.
Hacha,
You're a
asadón.
pig farmer, aren't you?
Primera muerte.
Please, I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following orders. Thank you. Lord Whitefield will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
Sorry, Alonso, no soy tan cruel de corazón. Una parte de mí no le gusta ser tan cruel.
Father?
Es mi debilidad. A veces tengo buen
You
corazón.
survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid. I tried to stop them.
Oh.
I'll kill the men who did
Hola,
this.
Super Case, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream. Gracias por pasarte a saludar. ¿Cómo andas? Tengo buen corazón. Hasta en los juegos. A ratitos, ¿no?
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Hola, Mauri, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream. Gracias por pasar a saludar. Pues ya llevo un ratito el stream, Mauri.
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the Maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers?
and a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitehills won't see it that way.
They attacked me. I had no choice but to defend myself.
Of course. And we can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Sí, así es. Jackie Chan me entrenó muy, muy bien. Yuck.
These are dark
Medicina
days,
de la
I
Edad
fear.
Media.
To
Yuck.
lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man.
Hola, Jackie Tyler, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al
Serious
stream,
man, but
gracias
he
por
would have
pasarte
made a
a
good
saludar,
lord.
¿cómo andas?
Well, what do we do now?
The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit.
Hola, lagueador, llegas que como unos 15 minutitos tarde, más o menos.
I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Roderick had already fallen. There was nothing we could do.
Well, I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg.
Ah, camina muy bien.
Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Yo estaría gritando. Sorry, lagador.
The Ironwood Grove.
Pues la verdad es que sí se ve como que medicina muy real de la época, en ese sentido, sí, ¿no? Aunque faltó la miel, porque tengo entendido que en esa época utilizaban la miel para evitar que la gente se le infectaran las heridas. Hola, Dan Firen, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a saludar. Sí, tienes razón,
Mira.
hoy somos muy pocos.
Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son. Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maestro Tingrin. Look, I'll show you.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
Okay.
Tiernas, claro, cómo no.
This might help.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Ir ahí. Voy a hablar con el maestre.
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you. Who is the new Lord of House Forrester?
Why, Ethan, of course. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although given the circumstances of your circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
¿Por qué te perturba?
Why do the Whitehills hate the Forresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
He saved my life, my lady.
Yet not Roderick's.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
I'm sorry, my lady. Nothing could be done to save him.
He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember.
He mentioned something about the North Grove.
The North Grove? What of it?
He said, the North Grove must never be lost.
The North Grove. Interesting.
I see. You have the Forester's sword.
Ethan should have it, now that he is Lord.
Lord Forrester asked me to return it to the house. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, do you understand what this means? You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They attacked me!
And they'll say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton. It's an argument you cannot win. We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard. It was his family they killed.
They deserve to die. All of them. I say we fight.
Ha! Listen to your nephew. He speaks sense.
With what army? Our best men were killed at the Twins, along with our lord.
Then what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
It wasn't murder. It was justice.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse.
Hola,
Ramsay
Lion
Snow
Dot,
would
¿cómo
need to
estás?
put us to
Bienvenido
the
al
torch
stream,
and
gracias
kill
por
us
pasarte a
all.
saludar.
To see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay. Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
You can't send me away.
We have no choice, Garrett.
Where would you have the boy go?
The one place that's safe, beyond the reach of the Boltons.
Al
You're
muro.
sending him to the wall.
Wow.
The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
Todo el mundo termina en el muro.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Sí, ando con The Game of Thrones. Pues a mí me encanta la serie, ¿no? Y me leí los libros, entonces ahora decidí explorar un poco más y mirar qué tal está el juego.
I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
He promoted me. At the Twins. We were to ride in the van to Casterly Rock and I at Roderick's side, but...
It was well-deserved, Garrett. You worked hard and served your lord with honor.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What? What is it?
Lord Forrester's last words were, "The North Grove can never be lost."
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you?
Yeah, I did.
This
Lo
is important,
hice.
Garrett.
I told Lady Forrester, and Maester Ortengrin overheard.
I appreciate your honesty. But Lord Forrester's message was not meant for their ears. I'll speak with Lady Forrester, and I'll deal with the Maester. He's the last person I would trust with this information. Which is why, from this day forward, this must be our secret. Soon, I may need your help. But I can't say anything more just yet. Just
Hola
know the
Neji,
North
qué bueno que
Road may
pudiste
very
venir al
well be
stream.
vital
Me
to
alegra
the
mucho
future
que
of
andes
this
por
house.
aquí.
But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help. Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
La verdad es que no hay nada más duro que no tener internet. Yo he estado en esas circunstancias y no tener internet, no tener compu, no tener tecnología es durísimo.
Be safe.
Ethan? Ethan! I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well. And if he was smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I win!
Congratulations, your lordship.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
He'll be fine. He's smart.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Oh my god.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
He doesn't know me, or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man.
Lol.
He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah.
Hola Pitsmai, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a saludar. Pues yo creo que llevas como media hora de atraso.
Well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I promise, I won't change.
Good, because I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
No puedo creer que le hayan
Since you're
dicho
the new
mariquita.
lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once. But Ethan will be a good lord. A proper lord.
You have to understand, being Lord is a great responsibility. I can't just fool around.
Thank you for that, Roderick.
Lord Ethan, you're needed.
No pasa nada, Pitsmai, espero que te haya ido bien en tus partidos.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were Lord, I would command Ethan to stay, with his family. Lord Whitehill is a mean old man anyways.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Oh, qué ambiente tan
They showed up
tenso.
unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men
Y al parecer ya tenemos 2 bots en este canal. Lokebot, Ninjabot. Pero creo que Pitsmai Bot también existe, aunque no está el 100% de las veces, pero sí.
Lord Ethan, is it?
Se hace
My
presente.
condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
How dare you?
I dare, and I'll do as I damn well please. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt. It was an oversight, Lord Whitehill. I promise it won't happen again.
Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries.
Si tienes razón, Beastmite. Si estás, pero llegas tarde.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished! Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business. Keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason. It was your man who started it. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
Your men attacked and drew first blood. They murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here.
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall? Answer me! Who's the one who did it?
I did.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for coming, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
You're a craven, Lord Whitehill.
Ouch. Creo que me pasé la raya.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee.
Sí, ese
Prepare a
hombre es
raven.
bien, bien
We need to
cruel.
send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Hola Sebasume, ¿cómo
Your
estás?
sister can help us.
Bienvenido al stream. Pues el juego es de
Although
historia,
just
¿no?
hand
Ya
maiden,
te has
she
perdido
has
un
Marjorie
poquito, ¿no?
Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay, if it's presented to her as it should be.
Creo que todo arranca como que medio en la boda roja, por lo que pude ver.
Ethan made this for me. Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena. Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
No, no sabe nada, pobrecita. Oh, no, pues sí tuviste muchísimo trabajo, para ser honesta.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Hola, Miticlalcami, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a saludar, ¿cómo andas? ¿Por qué estás triste, loca?
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady.
Hola, The Kingrich, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a curiosear, ¿cómo andas?
No, it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you alright? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
It's private. I'd rather not say.
Of course, milady. I didn't mean to pry.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
PC.
They appear to
Casi
be
todo lo
having
que
some
juego
sort
lo
of
juego en PC.
disagreement.
Bueno, de hecho no,
couldn't hear
actualmente
much.
todo lo que juego lo juego en PC.
It was definitely an argument.
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy, not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
No. Tuve un Xbox, el viejito, antes del 360. Pero actualmente no tengo ninguna consola. Es solo que con ciertos juegos me siento más cómoda con control y por eso tengo un control atado a mi PC, pero es un Logitech. Hola Radicalis, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte acá a saludar, ¿cómo andas? Todas tienen el mismo peinado.
From the day you arrived in
Qué
Highgarden,
creativos.
I thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be
Ah, te
queen.
saludé, Mitclanmi. Nada más creo.
From the north,
Si me preguntaste algo te lo respondí, pero creo que nada más fue el saludo.
Raises questions at a time I can least afford.
De todas maneras, muchas gracias por pasarte
Cersei
por el
herself
stream.
cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but She's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you.
Bueno, sí, así es. Lo conectas con cable USB, pero es así de simple, mira.
What do I say?
La mayoría de los juegos tienen soporte para una de Xbox 360, así que simplemente con ponerlo y bajar los drivers de alguna página en internet no tienes problema. Si tienes alguna complicación, puedes utilizar InMotion Enjoy, que tiene soporte tanto para el control de PlayStation como para el de Xbox, y poderlo jugar con algunos juegos. Y si tienes un control de PC como el de Logitech, realmente con solo conectarlo, él solito te baja el driver que necesitas.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Hola, Christopher95, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a curiosear, ¿cómo andas?
Good luck.
Pues muchísimas gracias. Cami es mucho más sencillo de pronunciar. ¿Vale? Pues realmente hoy nada más voy a hacer el primer capítulo de The Game of Thrones. En el momento en el que acabemos el primer capítulo, se suspende el stream. Pero por lo regular el stream se acaba a la 1 de la mañana.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely?
Tyrion! Yay!
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family
Capturaron muy
loyal
bien
to
la
the king?
personalidad de Cersei.
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Pues a ver, yo juego de todo un poco. Pero para ser honesta...
The girl is here to explain herself, yet says nothing.
Oh my god,
My
se me pasó.
apologies, Your Grace. I'm sure it's just a momentary lapse.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Oh my god.
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
Yo juego muchas cosas. The Game of Thrones, la verdad, se me hizo muy interesante de jugarlo. Porque a mí me encanta la serie y de hecho me leí los libros también. Entonces quiero ver cómo tratan esta nueva historia. Y que es paralela, ¿no?, a lo que pasa en este universo. Entonces, a ver qué.
There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that.
No, sí, The Witcher es un muy buen juego realmente.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven
Ok, Leandro, que tengas una muy buena noche, dulces sueños, descansa.
Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts?
La verdad que Final Fantasy, de los pocos que he jugado, el único que me gustó mucho fue el 7. Ahorita sé que tienen muy buenos gráficos y tengo ganas de probar uno, ¿no? No, fue el 8, perdón. Y tengo ganas de probar los nuevos nada más porque sé que tienen muy buenos gráficos y en teoría entonces deben tener... bueno, hay algunos que tienen buena historia, entonces suena interesante, pero hace mucho que no juego uno.
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either.
Lo que es la primera temporada está casi textual. En la segunda ya es cuando se empiezan a desviar un poquito para hacerla un poco más digerible para el espectador. Pero los eventos importantes están muy bien representados en la serie, por lo menos por lo que pude sentir yo.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once at the tourney at Lannisport.
Ok, Sebasume, descansa. Gracias por pasarte por el stream a saludar. Dulces sueños.
We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I wasn't trying to please her.
I think that was clear to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it.
Sí, no, hubieron muchísimos juegos muy rebajados ahorita con las rebajas de Steam. De hecho, para mí fueron la perdición total. Y conseguí The Game of Thrones precisamente en esa rebaja. No estuvo tan barato como hubiera querido.
Good night, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North.
Pero de hecho tenía muchas ganas de jugarlo desde hace tiempo, así que el hecho de que ya tuviera una rebaja fue suficiente para mí. Mucha suerte en tu partido, Sebasume. Así que no pasa nada. Ve y descansa. Y me alegra que hayas podido regresar de nuevo a participar en tu equipo de fútbol.
How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on the seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper.
Yeah.
I'm told he has a paramour.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen? You Northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off?
Sí, no, la verdad yo digo que God está muy bien hecho. George Martin la escribió muy bien. HBO la adaptó muy bien. Y Telltale Games sabe hacer muy buenos juegos de historia, así que en teoría debe estar muy bien. Y la verdad es que al principio no me ha decepcionado.
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow.
Okay, Miss Clammy, provecho.
What would you have me do?
My mother
Cami,
fears our family
provecho.
will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
¿En serio, Lagueador, no sabías que era un nini? Yo recuerdo que en México varias veces en los noticieros hicieron alusión a esa palabra. Y de hecho describían que es la población que está entre los 16 y los 29 años. La mayoría de los que conforman ese grupo, de los que no estudian y no trabajan.
7 elves.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity you didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now.
Tengo nada que me ayude
How much
aquí.
further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh. Listen. There. Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
LOL, chicos. Probablemente esté muerto. Oh, por Dios. Sí, estaba haciendo carnitas. Tienes toda la razón.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craving son of a whore. Move!
Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
I've done nothing
No,
wrong!
lagueador, ¿en
Trying to
serio?
survive!
Bueno saber que disfrutas de la antropofagia.
Lord Ethan. Missed.
Why did you kick this man?
This Craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right. He speaks truth. Right. I've a family to feed. And not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor
Hola Kevin,
left us
¿cómo
to
estás?
rot
Bienvenido al stream,
here.
gracias por
We're so
pasarte a
big.
saludar, ¿cómo
Our
andas?
share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy, go! Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the wall.
Give us justice.
Fuck him!
I will decide.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It'll be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
¿Qué hago? Darle 3 dedos es demasiado.
I sentence you to the wall, where you will join the Night's Watch.
No! Please, my lord! My family, without me, they'll die!
Creo que me gusta mandarlos a todos al muro.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
The wall seems like a fitting place for a thief. I only hope he doesn't find Garrett there and take his anger out on the poor squire. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting.
Jon Snow necesita gente, así que le enviaré tantos como pueda al muro.
To show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Take it.
Oh my god.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
What do you think of Sir Royland? Do you trust him?
He's a fine warrior, my lord. But he's nowhere near ready to serve as sentinel. I do not trust him. He's likely to lose his temper and get us all killed. And at the worst possible time.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord. Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
I trust you to make the right decision.
We'll have to take food from the small folk and hope they can fend for themselves. If the house falls, they'd all be worse for it. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
Ouch. Pobre pueblo.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
¿Qué pasa, la ¿Qué pasa, lo que ninja?
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
I must be firm. I'm not a boy anymore, and there is too much at stake.
The Lord's work can harden a man. It's true.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Hola, The Big Boss, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a saludar, ¿cómo andas?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. You promised me you wouldn't change, and I believed you.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know, and that wasn't your fault.
But I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
It should definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Sword up! Swing left! Barry! Wrong! I didn't know dogs could hold swords. Of course,
Yo creo que el chat está muy tranquilo. No sé si se están durmiendo con The Game of Thrones. Están muy entretenidos en la historia. Ok.
What's the state of our defenses? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And I'll be sure to watch out for more deserters. After today, I suspect there'll be more to come.
¿No has visto la serie de Game of Thrones de...?
Yes, my lord.
I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority, and made you look weak to the Whitehills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud. Seeing you make good choices as a young lord. You don't say much, do you, lad? That's good. Reminds me of your brother Asher.
Pasa otra. Pues a ver, si has visto la serie de Game of Thrones, de hecho esto es como que una historia paralela dentro del mismo universo que acoge varios de los personajes de el mundo principal de The Game of Thrones y profundiza un poco sobre otros de sus lados, ¿no? En teoría, es lo que tengo entendido. Y pues eso es lo que estoy haciendo yo ahorita, estoy terminando... conociendo un poco más la historia, a ver qué tal. Por ahora está un poco tranquila, no voy a decir otra cosa. Ha tenido sus momentos interesantes, me gustó muchísimo que hayan hecho el mismo inicio que en la serie, fue muy agradable.
Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan, look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget, but...
You honor Roderick with this. He was a strong one.
He was.
Ah, ok, vivos. Bueno, yo sí la vi, la verdad me gustó muchísimo. Se me hace una serie muy entretenida y muy agradable.
I'll have a real one, but not like
Y
that
de hecho
one.
es un juego de Title Game, es como
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
Walking Dead, pero con otra historia. Ah, gracias, Loco Ninja. No, pues ahorita estoy muy tranquila porque pues a la final a mi padre, aunque todavía tiene que seguir con el medicamento por 3 meses, ya no tiene que tomárselo cada 6 horas, sino cada 12. Entonces ya no tengo que salir corriendo a medianoche.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them. It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword.
No ha salido Daenerys Targaryen. Todavía no hemos llegado al universo de Daenerys.
Do it like you mean it.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves.
Pues todavía tiene que hacerse varios estudios y todo, pero pues la verdad sí. El hablar con el doctor dijo que ya estaba respirando muchísimo mejor y todo. Igual todavía tiene que seguir con los medicamentos, pero ya cada 12 ya también te da un poco más de tranquilidad, ya no tienes que estar tan al tanto, ¿no? Aún así, pues todavía nos falta camino por delante, pero bueno. Sí, The Walking Dead era muy buena historia, a mí también me gustó muchísimo. Siento que de Telltale Game hacen muy buenas historias.
Swords up! You can lift them, yeah?
Si será lo mejor.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision. Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle? This is reckless. Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, sentinel.
Ahora se la tengo que dar a las 7 de la mañana y a las 7 de la noche. Antes se la dábamos a las 6, pero para poderlo dejar dormir un poquito más, hemos decidido moverla una horita, ya que son cada 12. Entonces ahorita...
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood.
Ahorita se la vamos a dar a las 7 de la mañana y a las 7 de la noche.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough! My new sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance, and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
If you aren't ready for a fight, You're bound to lose when one breaks out.
LOL, Kevin.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
LOL. Qué buena manera de juntar la situación de la serie
Forgive
con
us,
la
my lord.
situación del
We are, of
chat.
course, here to serve
Genial,
you,
Kevin.
as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall.
Sí, así es. No, no lo he jugado. También lo conseguí en rebajas. Quiero más adelante ver si puedo jugarlo. Pero realmente tenía prioridad con The Game of Thrones por el hecho de que vi la serie y me leí los libros.
My lord, I have fought for this family for many years. Do not forget that.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister.
Why would you bring him back after you exiled him?
He exiled himself. He has no desire to rule. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
Asher is dangerous and unpredictable. His presence could help or hurt.
Having another sword at your side always helps, especially now. I'm trying to do what's best for this family, what this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Lo que me molesta un poquito
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
es que al final de cuentas es un patriarcado muy marcado. O sea, falta y enseguida otro niño toma el poder. O sea, no puedo gobernar la esposa. ¿Por qué?
You are a forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Oh, eso suena muy interesante de WoW. Yo lo compré realmente más porque pertenecía a la misma compañía, ¿no? Y tenía muchas ganas. Y tenía bien la descripción que era un hombre lobo, ¿no? Y realmente me gustan mucho los personajes de vampiros, hombres lobo, zombies, momias y demás.
Marjorie? Oh.
Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel. I hope you'll let me know. Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever... My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
Sí, así es, Pablo Costa Rica. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al Steam. Gracias por pasarte a saludar. Sí, es un juego de Steam. Ahí puedes encontrar The Game of Thrones. Ahí en Steam están todos los juegos de Telltale Games.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
How long have you been waiting there?
Not long. I was just passing by when I saw you emerge from Lady Marjorie's room. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Ya que te ya que te gustó lo de los cuentos de hadas, ¿de casualidad alguna vez te has visto Once Upon a Time? Aunque no sé si de pronto tenga un aire muy novelesco hasta cierto punto, pero está entretenido, también hace eso, ¿no? Juega con los cuentos infantiles y los personajes de ellos.
Your men stand ready to act if needed.
The gods haven't favored us, have they?
My lord, remember our words. Iron from ice. From that which seems hopeless comes strength.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber?
¿Qué pasa con Once Upon a Time, lo que ninja?
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is he?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of
Thank
the
you,
Warden of
Lord.
the...
That's enough.
Bueno, deberías fijarte a ver si te agrada o te interesa,
Who is
¿no?
this
Porque es más o menos, tiene la misma dinámica.
Lord Ramsay, shall we begin? We do not wish to waste your time.
I'm afraid it's too late for that. Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it. Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Look at that. More Foresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton.
Oh, bienvenido de regreso al aviador.
Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead.
¿Qué sería lo que ninja?
Yet your man lived.
Lord Whitehill is a liar. That's not how it happened.
Lad? A liar? He's a Whitehill. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your Ironwood from this day forward.
What? What? The Ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
The Whitehills had Ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare.
Hence the name, of course.
They know nothing of how to cultivate the forest.
Look at their sigil, my lord. A barren hill.
Do you want Ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your Ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble.
Pero lo que ninja, tú me viste en los streams cuando me recogía el cabello, así que...
At Ironrath.
Sí tengo orejas, si lo sabes.
Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
Whitehill men? Never.
It's already done. You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Oh, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Enough, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well. I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the bold lord?
Ethan! No! What have you done? No!
But I don't want the bold lord.
Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No! No!
Even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy in your ward.
No!
Kill him. Thank you for any trouble. Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him! Fetch the mason quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let him take me!
Let it go!
Stop them! Ryan, please!
Stop it!
Remember Ryan! Do something! My son.
Oh my god. Esa no la vi venir, honestamente. Esa no la vi venir.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader. Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you flat out refused.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Tú y el 43.9% dejaron atrás otro escudero. Tú y el 31.7% juraron lealtad a Margaret. Tú y el 38% mandaron a Eric al muro. Tú y el 64.1% escogieron a Duncan como centinela. Tú y el 57.9% vieron a Ramsay en el gran salón. Oh, por Dios. No puede ser. Bueno, la verdad es que a mí, bueno, la historia me agradó, aunque empieza con mucha fuerza. Creo que se ubica más que todo al principio de lo que fue la boda roja, ¿no? Donde comienza todo el caos y los Bolton realmente asumen el poder y toman fuerza después de asesinar al rey del norte. Siento que los de Telltale Games siguieron con la dinámica que ha marcado el escritor, y es la de nadie está a salvo y todos nos podemos morir. Hola Buri, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido al stream, gracias por pasarte a saludar, ¿cómo andas? Y en ese sentido está muy bien porque realmente no ves venir las cosas, ¿no? O sea, para ti es una sorpresa que sobrevivan o que se mueran, porque a final de cuentas parece ser que solamente los que todavía no han muerto en la historia sobrevivirán por la eternidad, ¿no? Increíble. Creo que captaron muy bien las personalidades de los personajes que ya habíamos podido disfrutar tanto en el libro como en la serie. Cersei, Tyrion, Ramsay, realmente les quedaron igualitos, ¿no? O sea, no tienen que envidiarle absolutamente nada. Ramsay es un despreciable hijo de la chingada, si me disculpen la expresión. Cersei sigue siendo una bruja y Tyrion sigue siendo una persona muy inteligente, puesta en su sitio y de una u otra manera encantadora.